Welcome to E&A Build, home of the railing loom, cable railings for balconies, stairs, and decks. Cable railings evolved the railing loom. And look, I have a sample right here. Today though, we're not talking about railings. We're talking about the Metabo tapping drill. This has become an essential tool for what we do, for basically tapping these holes. We do a lot of 1/4-20 holes, and this drill has become very useful. So let me show you a few of the features about it. First of all, you can drill with it or tap holes with it, and what that does is adjust the pressure, the direction of the feed. When it's on the drill setting, you have backwards and forwards like a conventional drill. But when it's on the tapping setting, oops, wrong way, it always goes backwards unless you put a little pressure on it, and then it goes forward, which is really handy for backing out the tap, clearing out the chips on the drill bit in the hole. So let's tap some holes. I'll show you how this thing works. Well, there's a couple other features I should explain first. Number one being the pressures that you can work with. It has down here on the bottom of it, see if you can see that, this little dial here adjusts your settings, like how much pressure it'll put on the chuck itself. So for drilling a 1/4-20 hole, I keep it on number 4 or below. But we'll set it up to a bigger bit here in a second. A couple of 1/2 inch sizes here. We've got a 1/2 inch by 13, 1/2 by 13 threads per inch, and a 1/2 by 20. And we'll see how that performs. So today I'm just using WD-40 for a lubricant. If you're for drilling a lot of the 1/4-20 holes, there's I believe it's Magic Tap Pro, which is greatly works really well for this. But we're going to just do WD-40 because that's what I have in the shop with me today. I like to buy it in the gallon size and just pour it in. Well, this is an old paint can, spray can lid. And I dip that in there, soak it real good. All right, so I've got my resistance set on 3. Whoops, wrong way. Haha, that was 5 or 6. All right, and I set this on the speed on number 1. And what I will do is do very light pressure. The reversing feature has a little quirk though. When you pull up pressure from the drill bit, it's supposed to reverse, but if you have pressure in there, that switch binds and you have to back the drill off a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. So I go very slow for these 1/4-20. I've broken a lot of these bits, and when it starts to feel pressure, yeah, it backs off and it stops actually, which is really nice. And then you just back the drill off and allow it to reverse. Now you can do it before it beeps, but if it starts to, see, at that point it won't allow me to pull it up when it's actually biting, when it's driving and cutting. So you have to release the trigger, back off the drill a little bit, and then it'll switch directions. It's still very handy. I used to do this with a drill and just back and forth and back and forth. But you can see how quick that is. And clean out the threads really well. Then we'll have a nice hole. I'll blast a little compressed air through there. And so this has the square drive on the end of the tap. And these chucks are easy to exchange, and it comes with 2 chucks. This one is for the smaller taps, and the other one is for the larger ones. And I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, there you go. So that grabs the bit very securely. We'll start with the the 13, half by 13. This is just like an air compressor fitting. It's really convenient, very well designed. It always goes forward unless you have pressure on it, and then go back as long as we're in the tapping mode. Oh, always goes backwards unless you have pressure on it, right? That makes sense. All right, I have already pre-drilled a hole here. So we'll see how this one works. Oh, this one I can turn up the pressure. I'm going to go to 8. Now you can see how that does become a little problematic. I also need to buckle that down a little bit. Add a little more lubricant. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Let's crank it up to 10. There she goes. Now we're cooking with gas. So if you got to tap a lot of holes, this is a tool worth having. I have really enjoyed having it. Another caveat is this thing does not come with batteries, and you have to be careful. The first time I bought batteries for this, I found the cheapest ones I could on Amazon, and they were not compatible. These are the CAS batteries, and Metabo has another style that goes with some of their different drills that are not compatible. They have a completely different mount, and I'm used to the Makitas with the eject on the battery, not on the drill. But it's been great. It's got a great battery level indicator on there. It works really nice. I bought 2 batteries and a charger, all separately. Kind of a pain in the butt. I wish they'd have a package deal, but it works really well. Here, let's go ahead and tap one more hole just for fun, since I've got it ready. And since I've got that pressure dialed up, we'll see how fast this goes. Get lots of lubricant in there. Alright, so you can see how it goes backwards. I haven't adjusted the drill at all. Press down on it. Oh, I didn't have that engaged. There we go. Just got to put the bit in all the way so it hits the bottom and then it won't spin. So yeah, super handy. I really enjoy using this tool. It does work as a drill too. With the same chuck, you just doesn't engage the square drive on the back of the tap, but it's very versatile, powerful, well built. I've enjoyed using it, and if you have a lot of use for tapping, for handheld tapping, I would recommend it. I've used this on the job site primarily, where I drill in the field, but I use it here in the shop too. I should mention it does come with a nice case. The case has room for the batteries and the charger, just like Makita used to do. But it works quite well. Drill fits in there nicely. And plenty of room for taps and bits and whatnot. It's great all-in-one organizational tool. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.